I tell young guys, don't get it twisted now. Don't think that, you see me today that something was given to me. I've earned everything that I have.
Yeah, Nick, you were 18 years old, 6'5", 6'6", 200 pounds, I mean, athletic guy. But I think a lot of people who don't know basketball well would think that athleticism by itself got you here.
No.
If you, I think, and again, I played this much basketball when I was younger, but enough to know that the best of the best had the athleticism you have, but you had to have been putting in, I have no idea, but you had to have been putting in hundreds of shots a day, hours of dribbling, hours of ball handling, right?
No,
I mean,
let's take it back. The guys in my neighborhood, and I'm still friends with a lot of guys that I grew up with. There's been many of days and nights that it's been 20 degrees outside and it's been snowing. We would go and shovel off the basketball court.
the whole thing.
The whole thing, it'd be 15 or 20 of us. We would shovel the snow off the court, put salt down, and let the ice melt. And then we'd come back and we would push brooms, push the salt off. We got our court, and we outside. And you can imagine, it's 15, 20 guys standing on the sideline in the cold, ready for next. So we put in the work, the time. My mom and my dad, they knew where to find me. All they had to do is come on the front porch and look across the street, because I stayed across the street on the west side of Chicago, Clark Park. You can see me. I'm right on the basketball court. They knew where I was all day, every day. I put the work in.
And everyone else is gone from that park. You're out there in the morning.
Yeah.
You're out there at night. You're again. Who was the person that probably inspired you when you were younger in Chicago? Whether it be basketball or just life in general. Who taught you the work ethic? Again, I just want to make this statement: nobody is getting to the NBA if they ain't putting in the work.
No,
it ain't gonna happen.
No, it's not. If you don't put in the work, I tell my sons too, and my sons was pretty good basketball players, but you don't put the work and time in, you can't walk in the gym and say, "Oh, I'm good today."
The work is one way of putting it. The obsession.
Yeah, I was obsessed with playing basketball, but I was playing basketball. The only thing it wasn't on my mind that I got to get to the NBA. I was playing basketball because I love playing.
So where did that come from? Where did the love of the game or that work ethic that you apply to life? Who inspired you in that way?
The work ethic that I got that from my mom, because I watched her work her fingers to the bone, and night and day, and she used to tell us, "I just can't quit," and that's where I got that from. I could see my mom. She used to be tired, and she just kept going. That was her. So that work ethic came from her. And then I had my older brothers played basketball. They were pretty good high school basketball players. My father played basketball, and I mentioned the guys that I used to see around in my neighborhood, and the Mark Aguirres and all those guys inspired me. Isaiah Thomas. I used to go up to the Resurrection School. That's what we call it, Resurrection.
That was your high school?
No, that's where Isaiah Thomas went to school at.
Oh, in Chicago.
Yeah, in Chicago. And I used to see him at the gym. And I used to just be amazed at watching Isaiah
So
Thomas.
you watched the young Isaiah Thomas play?
I watched the Isaiah Thomas play.
Because he's probably 5-6 years older than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he went from Resurrection, was like what they call it, elementary school, grammar school now. Went to St. Joseph's, Westchester. I watched Isaiah grow up. I watched him in the park. We had called, where we played ball, they called the Marillac House. It was like Rutgers in New York. We had the very same thing, where everybody, you had to, if game, and sometimes it's a game at 8 o'clock, you better be there at 5 o'clock to get a seat. So
to be in attendance.
To be in attendance, to watch.